Thanks to all my family, friends, and colleagues who have reached out with concern after Hurricane Melissa. I'm okay. I'm more than okay. A little traumatized by all of the events, but given the horrors that the hurricane brought, I consider myself not just fortunate, but definitely blessed. Yes, I lost some trees, my coconut trees, half of my ackee tree, my frangipani plantain, banana, and a few others. Plywood blew from one window. There was some leakage, maybe three windows to replace. Leakage in part of the house, some water. My neighbor's awning flew from the back of her house, which is further than mine, landed on her roof, then blew to my roof, and then blocked my driveway. It's up now. So, everything considered, we're lucky. For the last 2 days, just to get some service, I've been staying with my niece and her family who have been so generous and kind. During this strange and heavy period, there's still no electricity or water, and I don't know when we'll be restored in St. Catherine, even though we weren't badly hit. Flat bridge and the trees were blocked even on the main road, and landslide, the usual scars of what is considered nature's wrath. We never think about our own devastation and destruction of nature. So, yet, all in all, we are the fortunate ones. Melissa hurricane has been traumatic partly because of the long build-up. For 5 days we were told it's coming, and we all just wanted it to be done. So there was anxiety humming in our bones. And then she landed in my area around 11:30 a.m. on Tuesday, and she crawled and raged and groaned and dragged her feet and wailed and laid on her stomach, pounding on the ground. I was both tormented and racked with sympathy for her, just having to listen to her howl, whine, and wail as she tore at our world until about 9 that night, and I couldn't sleep. The wind was a voice, ancient, mournful, furious. The leaves and trees cried and tried to withstand the lashing. Some did, many did not. When it finally quieted, my body ached as though I'd been through a battle, and in fact I have been. And the next morning I couldn't get out of bed. My body was in pain, and I realized it was just it was not just physical, it was the emotional stress and trauma, which is what these kinds of disasters bring. Two or three houses on my street lost their roofs. A man a few streets over was blown to death after his roof had gone, and he thought the storm had stopped, and he went to secure his family, and the wind returned and took him as a sacrifice, gone just like that. They say there are about 19 deaths so far, and I believe there'll be many more. Some will never be counted, never deemed hurricane related. Statistics cannot hold the grief, and Melissa has isolated so many neighborhoods where people are desperate. Um, the footage I've seen since its devastation looks like a bombing, really, like an earthquake. It's beyond belief. Yesterday I drove to the University of the West Indies, and though the buildings stand, the beautiful trees, so many have fallen. I will write a poem for them, for my coconut tree that fell, for the ones that shaded the roads, for the trunks snapped midlife, for the animals who are not counted for and who too are traumatized and might therefore have that impact on chickens and goat meat, which we eat, and beef and all the other, and pigs, right? Down the road, the roof of a chicken farm was blown away. The poor birds terrified. I'm sure we will not be getting eggs for a while, and there was already a shortages of eggs and bread too. Yesterday at the supermarket, actually I went to 4. There was no bread. The main one I went to, the manager said the bread truck came with a whole load of bread, and within half an hour, every loaf and bun was gone, as a staple for many people. So this is a time of mourning for all the many people, families displaced, for the trees, for the roofs, for the animals, for what is considered or what was considered routine life, but also a time of gratitude for survival, for kindness, for the breath in our lungs, for all those people who are banding together to help, to rebuild, to find a little salvage. Melissa came with fury, and I will write about Melissa, and left us humbled. But we are still here, rooted, battered, yes, but alive. We are a resilient people. We survive worse, the Middle Passage and 400 years of slavery. We will work together. We will rebuild. We will grow stronger. And hopefully, we will be more mindful of nature and work more in synchronicity with her so we can thrive together and create a more harmonious world. That is my wish, and I send my love to the people of Jamaica. And I hope that those who are really, really in need will get the governmental and other support that is needed to build, to rebuild, and to move forward. So it is with gratitude and blessings.